Hey, it's Greg here with MaritimeGardening.com, and I'm doing some transplants up today, and I need to fill these cells up with some soil. And I thought I'd share a couple little tricks I do to solve one really annoying problem, and another just my general way to save money. So number one is you get the soil from the whatever, some good quality transplanting soil, and you put it in the cell packs, and then you try to water it, and it does not absorb the water. The water runs off, and it's almost like the soil is waterproof. And that can be very annoying to have to mess around with, and you're never sure if it's properly absorbed the water. That's one annoying problem. Another annoying thing is that this soil, sometimes it's not cheap stuff, right? So there's an easy fix for that. You have your good quality, nursery quality potting soil, and you just mix it half and half with this cheap crap from the dollar store. I find, like, you buy one bag of the good stuff, right, and then you get a bit of this stuff, right, and you mix that in like 50-50, okay. I find it works out pretty good. My experience over the years, right? You mix that together, now you've got basically sort of expensive, nice loose soil, and whatever this stuff is, wherever it came from, okay. You mix that in sort of half and half, right, like that. And if you're doing what I'm doing right here, using a mixing bowl from your kitchen and a spoon from your kitchen, make sure you wash it really good before your spouse finds out. And if you're really lucky, they don't watch your gardening channel at all. So they'll never know. So I find it's great just using an old mixing bowl like this, right? So this is right out of the kitchen. Anyway, so you do that, you save a few bucks on the potting soil, which can add up. A bag of this costs like $1, right? Now the other trick is once you've got that sort of properly combined, you add some water to it. I've got about a cup of water to one big mixing bowl. What you want to have this mixed to the consistency you want is that when you grab a ball of it, it stays in a ball when you let go of it. Almost like you can make a snowball with it. And so I've added 1 cup of water. I've probably got about 8 cups of potting soil here. I don't think it's quite enough. I think I probably need another cup. All right, so I got some serious water here. Maybe I should measure this out just to get a sense of how much is needed. So we've put in 1 cup. I'll put in another cup. Like that. Let's give that a good mix. You'd be surprised how much water this can take on. And remember that all soil, 50% of the volume of soil is some combination of water and air, right? If your soil is completely soaked, then it's 50% water, right? But usually there's water and air in your soil, and half of the volume is that. So if you have a bag of soil and it's really, really dry, and 50% of that volume is pretty much air and there's almost no moisture at all, which means that you can add a lot of water to it. And by doing this, mixing it, you can use your hands for this. I'm just trying to I got to operate the camera and stuff like that. By doing it this way, by massaging all that moisture into the soil, when you put that into your little transplanting tray, you'll find that it just accepts water. When you go to water it, it just accepts the water so much better, right? Just because of some function of capillary action, I'm guessing. If I can remember my grade 12 biology or physics or whatever, some function of that, right? Just how things absorb things. Dry soil does not absorb water. Damp, moist soil absorbs water. Waterlogged soil doesn't, but moist soil absorbs water better than bone dry soil. Anyone who's gardening, anyone who's ever had a flower pot or just had a big garden in their backyard or anywhere has probably observed that phenomenon. You always think, well, the dry soil should be the most readily able to absorb moisture, but it isn't. There's some unique sort of surface tension thing going on there, some sort of physics thing, where the water just beads up and rolls right off of it. I think we're doing good here now. So let's do the snowball test. Sorry, I'm Canadian, so I got to put a Canadian twist on everything. You pick it up, make a ball. Stays in a ball like that, right? That's what we want. Right? Once it's like that, wouldn't hurt to go. I've already got my hands dirty anyway. Give her a little massage, right? But now this is ready to put in the cell packs, right? Now when I water this soil, also we're getting a good, it's not going to be the case that it shrinks or whatever. Like the volume of soil that I have now is what the volume of soil is going to be when it's been watered, right? So we're putting the right amount of soil in each of these little cells. Trying to pack it in a little bit, right? Now, if you've ever noticed that as well, sometimes you fill them all up and you water them, and after a couple weeks, it seems like the soil is receded a quarter or half an inch down, right? And that's just because of a kind of compression that results from watering super dry soil. So we're packing this in really good, right? There's still lots of air here. We're not packing it in too tight. There's no risk of that, especially because we've got all that good quality transplanting soil, right? It's got these little styrofoam ball things in them, right, to keep it nice and loose, right? I think that's probably enough for all of these. I might be being a bit obsessive here, but I like to have no soil on the little connector pieces. So I just push it around and move it around until that's all evened out, like so. There we go. Now this is ready. Get some seeds in there, get some stuff growing, right? Because it's middle of March, and I've got some eggplant and peppers, or mostly eggplant now, because I already got all my peppers are already planted, but my eggplant is just germinated. I'm using a bagging method to germinate them, so it's time to get the eggplant seeds into these. But anyway, that's a great way to do it. Now when you water these, right, the water, I'll show you. Put the water, you can see this one here. See, it just goes in. Sucks into the soil the way it should. It doesn't roll off to the side and beat out, right? That's what you want. And these really, you know, when I put the seed into this, it only needs like maybe just a teaspoon of water per cell, because I've already saturated the soil with water, right? These are all sort of pre-watered. And I know they're not over-watered because I had my hands in here, and I know exactly, I know that I've got the soil moisture level just right because I had my hands in it, right? This isn't sopping, wringing wet, right? There's no water in the bottom of this bowl, right? I got just the right amount of water in the soil. It's a perfect growing environment for seeds. Anyway, so just thought I'd share a little trick with you. A way to save money on soil by sort of going half and half with the cheap stuff and pre-watering in a mixing bowl that your spouse doesn't know you used to get transplants going. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. If you want to help support the channel, check out my column, my weekly column at maritimegardening.substack.com. Every week on Tuesday morning, I put out an article about gardening, something related to gardening, wherever my imagination, my curiosity's gone that week. I satisfy my curiosity through print. And it's a different medium than these videos. I got more time to think, I got more time to choose my words, and I can incorporate research into the writing, and it's just a different delivery. Of course, keep watching my videos too. But yeah, check that out, maritimegardening.substack.com. If you want to become a paid subscriber, I'd really appreciate it. And until next time, get out there, get at it, have fun in your garden. Thanks for watching.